Honorable Men Discord, lawsuit season, Chris Breezy edition. Let's talk about it. So apparently, lawsuits are running rampant for entertainers. Uh, Chris Brown is the topic of today's discussion. Now, I was gonna talk about a suit that I believe, is still ongoing. That has to do with his housekeeper, his ex housekeeper who was attacked by his dog. But I decided to talk about this one instead. All right. Maybe I'll return to the housekeeper, the ex housekeeper, at a later date when I get more information about that, on whether or not it was actually settled or it's ongoing. But this one caught my eye because this is a lawsuit that this woman in the picture has filed on her own. No lawyer. She filed it on her own. She's been labeled as uh, a stalker, and she's also his self. She self proclaims that she's Chris Brown's wife. All right, as do many women that love Chris Brown probably say the same thing. But the reason why she has the spotlight on her right now is she made a threat towards one of Chris Brown's dancers or dancers, and she did it in a video which she pulled off her site. But the reason why she's suing Chris Brown is because Chris Brown took the video and it said that he put some music behind it and stuff like that, and he's kind of, I guess, making fun of her as one of his stalkers. And so she's suing him because it's I guess the emotional trauma, because he has a lot of followers, which is understandable. I'm not saying that's understandable. But so she's suing him, but the thing is, she didn't get a lawyer for whatever reason. I don't know what her finances are, but doing the lawsuit on her own is a reach, especially when you're going up against a millionaire in Chris Brown. But I'm not here to say whether or not it will stick. I'm not here to say whether or not she would win or lose. But the fact that she, if she has proof, I should say, if she has proof of the fact that he posted it, and she might have something, because at the end of the day, he does have a huge following. So if someone like Chris Brown, it's almost like someone of Drake's status or Kendrick Lamar, top entertainers, a top entertainer, if they repost your video to their fans, oh, forget about it. She can't walk anywhere in her neighborhood without them knowing, oh, I saw that video, or people calling out to her, calling her a stalker. By the way, what I should have said in the beginning is, the first time I saw this picture, I said, that has to be a guy. That's not a female. Respectfully, because I know it's 2025 and it's like, oh, you're not supposed to say that. But listen, I don't believe she was born a female. Okay? At least I'm giving the courtesy of saying she. She, to me, was not born a female. Right? But anyway, this is the photo of this woman. Her name is, let me get her name. Is Angela Relaford. Right? And this is a courtesy of In Touch. It says the suit was filed by Angela Relaford on Thursday, April 24th, where she claims she suffered significant reputational damage and emotional distress after Chris reposted a video of her threatening his dancers. The clip was pulled from her social media but was edited to play ominous music as she talked and labeled her a stalker in a text overlay. Relaford, who filed her suit without a lawyer, wrote that Chris shared a misleading video to over 145 million followers, which had false captions suggesting that she had intended harm to Chris and his dancers. All right, so I mean, it's self-explanatory. So clearly, this was one of those meet and greets that Chris had, just collecting extra pocket change. I'm not mad at him for it, but he's hugging her in that picture, and here he's signing her stilettos, right? I think the biggest joke out of all of this is that Chris, you're hugging up on a guy. All right? It is what it is. You don't have to like me for saying that, but I don't believe she was born a female. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. So this is what is floating around here, right? Chris Brown's self-proclaimed wife sues him for portraying her as a stalker. Also claims the girls in his videos look like her. All right. So she sounds like she's delusional that the world revolves around her. Like he's finding dancers that look like her. This is the video that is I guess reposted that she pulled off her site, but it's too late. This is why, in other episodes I mentioned, what you put out there, women, it sticks. Same thing for men. We might be enjoying, for those that are enjoying their early 20s, mid 20s, careful the energy and what you're posting out there, because these things stick. You might pull it down, you might have it, your life may have changed, but those things stick. Your followers, even if you have a small group of followers, someone might have saved the video or screen recorded it, and you might think, hey, I'm moving on, I've changed, I no longer want to twerk anymore. Using that as an example, for those women that are twerking, doing a bunch of twerking videos, you might have changed your life. You're like, I got kids now, I got a husband, I don't want to show myself twerking. Well, someone who's following you, or someone who came across your page or your photo, if may have saved it, and they could repost it, and then you're gonna be traumatized. But anyway, let's get to this video that she posted.
His fucking dancer, the one that Beyonce fired, she finally have a chance. She was been mad since February, and Chinese New Year was wearing red, and Knuckle You Buck came on. I guess I got the club crunk, but I'm just being myself. God damn, I'm not competing with you. I'm not trying to be a better dancer than you, Miss Professional Dancer who dances for Chris Brown and Beyonce. I'm not I haven't been in professional school. I'm not a backup dancer for a celebrity. I'm just fucking, oh, this song is good, let me get up and dance. And she want to get up and dance she put a microphone to her ass, you can hear it clap. I'm like, bitch, you've been waiting for this moment? Like, she's a loser. They get on my nerve. I'm just like, I'm tired of this shit. I just snap. I'm so happy, boy. I see why people get guns and run up in the motherfucking dog. I kept looking at everybody. I was remembering everybody's face. Man, wait till I get my money right. I don't care what I gotta do. If I gotta join a gang, if I gotta do some mob shit, I don't care. Because these niggas, I can say it, because you get with the wrong crew, you don't go to jail. Shit, man, I gotta work for the government. Where can I legally kill? Because I'm coming for you motherfuckers as soon as I can. Might be 20 years from now. Laugh, laugh, hee, hee, ha, ha. But when I can finally fucking legally kill, or I can kill and my word is over your word and they gonna believe me over you. I'm tired of this shit. What's up? Even like Bucko, Chris, I guess Chris security, whatever, and I saw a hoodie looking at me, whatever. I'm like, whatever, like, what's up? I don't give a fuck. Somebody bust a fucking move! You know what I mean? Bust a move! Bust a move! Y'all with all this fucking psychological warfare, nigga. Bust a move. Show me how you really feel. I don't know why the fuck I was there. I was just there to show support. I didn't know what the fuck that was. So when I was like, what the fuck is this? Buy shoes. Fuck shoes. I won't go to no more pop-ups. That's fine. Concerts only. Concerts only. I don't want to see Dean. I don't want to see none of motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
For those of you who found that entire video scary, as a New Yorker, I could say someone like her on any given day would be riding the train or on the platform. This is just regular. I know I'm digressing by mentioning that, but this is regular stuff as a New Yorker. The New Yorkers, if you're watching this episode, if you subscribe to my channel, if you agree with what I just said, I'll see you in the comments. Just throw a thumbs up, say you ain't lie. Say you ain't lie, right? But let's get to what she tweeted. And she goes under the handle Chris Brown's wife, Browns with a Z, wife 777. So she is, in fact, if you don't say she's a stalker, then what is she? Super fan? I guess she's a super fan. If I want to keep her respectful, she's a super fan. You calling yourself Chris Brown's wife 777, but she's not alone. Trust me, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people, plenty of women out there that are calling themselves Chris Brown's wife. But I digress. Let's continue this. So this is what she says. She says, "I'm an innocent person being falsely labeled due to retaliation. The video in question is a performance. I'm an artist and I act on my page. This entire situation escalated after I attended an event on July 5th and chose not to attend the following two shows. By July 8th, I was being called a stalker online using a chopped and edited video with false captions portraying me as mentally unstable. That's simply not true. I was never arrested, never served with a restraining order. There was no legal proof of any wrongdoing. I stopped attending by choice after years of support and international travel. Setting boundaries should never result in defamation. The truth is on my page, and that's why I filed a lawsuit. Everyone deserves to be heard. Please consider both sides before judging." I could respect that, and honestly, it was well written. Listen, I'm not here to thrash her, even though, I mentioned the fact that when I saw the photo, I believe she wasn't born a female. If I'm incorrect, I apologize to Angela. That's a public apology, Angela. But if you in fact were born a man, hey, it's 2025. Just at some point in time, just admit that that you were born a man. All right. But in any event, I respect what was written here. It's very straightforward. Sounds, it's well written. It's well written. All right. It makes a lot of sense. And I'm not here to pounce on the person that's not a celebrity or does not have the finances, because she did the lawsuit on her own for whatever reason, right? Chris Brown is successful. Chris Brown's not perfect. Angela's not perfect. I'm not perfect. So if, I can't deny that she's not traumatized by this, because at the end of the day, once again, this is Chris Brown. So whoever in his camp, or if he did it, if he retweeted it, or reposted that video, it's definitely going to do harm. He's a huge artist, and people, follow him and watch what he puts out there. And it's caught the eyes of podcasters and different platforms. So yes, her name is out there. Her name and image is out there. So, if one is to argue and say, oh, she's not traumatized by this, she's traumatized. It's a possibility she's traumatized, right? Again, because we don't know where she lives, and whoever her neighbors are or people that she works with, I'm pretty sure she's constantly reminded of the rumors. But let me see. So this is the another photo that's circulating. She already said that it's not true, that she's not coming to the events because she's choosing not to, but they're making it seem like she's been flagged for entry to any Chris Brown event. So she's saying one thing and the images are saying another. But this is 2025. We know that social media could have skewed information to mislead us all. And it's not just a social media thing, because honestly, there's been misleading news given by professional news networks. So I honestly don't know what to believe. What we do know for a fact is that her image is out there, and she's saying herself that she's filed a suit. So I'm not hating the suit. I'm just actually reporting this because I just thought that this caught my eye, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? But just another lawsuit. At one point I discussed Shannon Sharpe, and here we are talking Chris Brown. Who's next at this point? This is, and I'm not even saying she's not right for suing. If this is how she feels, she has the right to, as an individual, to sue. It's just one of those things where it's like, everyone needs to take notes of this and just be careful what you do on social media. That doesn't apply to just those of us 9-to-5ers. That applies to entertainers as well. Be careful what you do on social media. Be careful who you talk to. Be careful what you say about people, about others, because it could turn into a lawsuit. Especially when you're an entertainer, it could turn into a lawsuit. Something like this, for a non-entertainer, may not turn into a lawsuit because you don't have the reach, you don't have the audience. It could still be looked at as like bullying. So depending if it's some individuals in school, in high school or something like that, or college, junior high school, that things of that nature, it could be considered like bullying. But in this case, we're talking about Chris Brown, so it is what it is. But that's all I have on this episode. What's your thoughts? I'll see you in the comments on this. Do you think she was right for putting together the lawsuit? Do you think she's wrong? Do you think that after reading her statement that she's actually sane? She sounds sane to me, unless someone else wrote this for her, but this is legit right here. I mean, well written. So what's your thoughts? You think Chris Brown was wrong for allegedly retweeting the video? What's your thoughts? But as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.